I will use this flow state technique. Like, for example, if I had 5 boxes in front of me, 4 of the boxes contained absolutely nothing, but one of the boxes contained $100 million, I would go into flow state. Before I made my choice, I would use the technique on flow state, and when I came out of this flow state, I will pick the right box. I will be led to the right decision. I will make the right decision based on this flow state, and that's what this is for. In this video, I'm gonna go over Flow State 101, how to get into flow state, which is a direct line to God. It's the connection to the hologram, to the simulation, to consciousness, to be able to manifest anything you want in that present moment as you're doing it. So this is an instant manifestation technique that actually doesn't require that much effort, doesn't require that much experience, because when I used this was long before I was really able to meditate and focus my mind very well. And I actually made a lot of money doing this. And one of the most notable experiences that I had while using this, I was in Las Vegas trying to win big on the slot machines, and I kept losing and I was losing and I was losing. I knew about this flow state, and I had extracted this from one of Neville Goddard's books. It was Your Faith is Your Fortune. And he didn't quite lay it out the way that I'm going to lay it out in this video, but this is how I used it and it worked. And when I used this, I was able to stand up doing this technique, getting into this flow state and being directed and led to a slot machine. When my first pull, I won $50,000. It was literally within 3 minutes. Within 3 minutes of going into this flow state and landing it correctly and leading me where I acted just automatically, didn't even think about what I was doing, just allowed my higher self to guide me to the right slot machine. When I did it, I hit the switch with $50,000 in 3 minutes. And that was the most notable experience that I had using this. And when I did this, I didn't even have that great of control of the direction of my attention. It wasn't developed to the point where it is now. So this is a very simple exercise that you can use in anything. If you're looking to get guidance or you're trying to be led to something immediately when you come out of this flow state, that's what it's designed for. When you get into this, you feel it, you do it properly, and as soon as you come out, you'll know exactly what to do, where to go, what decisions to make. It will essentially lead you to where you need to go from the feeling state that you've created within this flow state. So let's go ahead and jump into it. I'm going to break this down. Flow State 101, a direct line to God. And thank you all for liking this video. Okay, so allow the subconscious mind to unlock for you. Like I said before, I have used this technique a number of times and it's worked. And the most notable time was in Las Vegas when I used it for a slot machine, and it was not a coincidence. That was the exact reason why that happened and where I was led. What slot machine? It was very, very strange the way that I was led to the slot machine too. I can make another video specifically of everything that occurred as soon as I came out of this flow state and was led to this specific slot machine. But in this video, I'm just going to teach you exactly how you can do it as well. So I have used this flow state to make $50,000 in one day in Las Vegas. I have used this for slot machines and many other instances. When I need an answer or I'm trying to get something quickly, I use this technique. For money or relationships, it works. You do not have to do this for multiple hours or multiple days. It works when completed one time, but you must do it correctly. It did take me a little bit of practice to do this. I mean, even though I didn't have the control of the direction of my attention very well at this point in my life when I used to use this a lot, I still use this, but I used to use this a lot because you could do it, one time and it's done, and it's done, it's done. And you can come out of this and it'll lead you right where you need to go when you do it correctly. But you must do it correctly. So you must have total control of the direction of your attention in this flow state, okay? While you're in this flow state and you're creating these feeling states, there's nothing else. You can't allow anything else to come in, any other thoughts, any other feeling states. And the design of this is to get you to feel as if you are brand new to the world. You don't have a past. You don't have past traumas. There's nothing that's ever happened to you. There's no other thoughts that are coming into your mind about what you have to do tomorrow, what you did yesterday, all the things that you need to do. All of this, you're getting out of your mind completely. Essentially, you're getting all of these other thoughts out of your mind. You're clearing them all out, and you're creating this feeling of this already being done. And you're doing this while you're completely conscious, okay? You're not going in a state akin to sleep. You're not doing any of this. All right, so the first step is right here, okay? So you're going to sit in a lotus position, or you don't necessarily even need to sit. You could sit however you feel comfortable sitting, or if you even want to stand up, but have your eyes closed for this, okay? If you want to sit in a lotus position, you can, but it's not necessary. You don't have to do that. Or just sit with your back completely erect or straight, not slouching. And when you're first starting out with this, I want you to be somewhere where you're not going to be disturbed for about 20 minutes. That way you can start practicing this. Don't just jump right into it, but have a little practice. You can just jump right into it and start using it if you want to, but you probably have the best results if you just practice it a couple times before you even use it, getting into this flow state. So be somewhere where you will not be disturbed for 20 minutes. And when you're in this meditative position, sitting or standing up with your eyes closed, I want you to take 20 deep breaths. So you're really just disconnecting from your three-dimensional world, like a meditation here. So I want you to feel the breaths. I want you to focus all of your attention on breathing in very, very deeply through your nose and then breathe out through your mouth. Do this about 10, 15, 20 times just to get yourself completely disconnected from the three-dimensional world and just get into this relaxed state now where you can really consume yourself or submerge yourself in this feeling state that you're about to create, whatever it is that you're trying to create, but we're going to get into that right now. So now I want you to contemplate, after you've taken your breaths, you're completely relaxed, detached from the three-dimensional world. I want you to contemplate for a few minutes on what it would feel like if you were just born. You were born right this second. You are brand new. You have no past. You don't know your future, nor are you interested in knowing it. So you're getting into this feeling where you're brand new. You're brand new, and you were just born to the world in your current body. You don't have a past. You don't remember anything from before. You were just thrown into this world, and you don't have any thoughts. So this is what this does is it disconnects you from your past programs, your past beliefs, and all of your beliefs are now erased. Everything is now erased, and now you can consume yourself, submerge yourself, and believe anything. Believe that anything is possible. So, and the next step here is when you will be led instantly to what you're trying to create. But ultimately, this is the most important part of this flow state. You want to disconnect yourself, feel brand new, completely erase all of your past programs, all your past beliefs, and just get in that state where you were just dropped into a world where anything is possible. And like I said before, this is a technique out of Neville Goddard's Your Faith is Your Fortune. He didn't use it as a technique, but I took little bits and pieces out of all of his books, different things and different meditation techniques that he used. And I kind of just facilitated them into finding something where I could manifest instantly. And in this state, and I called it flow state because that's what I felt was the best terminology to use for this technique, because basically it puts you in this state of flow where you are in this state. You have no ego, you have no belief systems yet. You are brand new into the world. Where anything is possible. You're basically in this state where you don't have any beliefs, you don't have any programs. Anything is possible to you in this. So whatever you create with this feeling state, when you're in this flow state, is a brand new, you're not going to have any blocks. Basically, it takes away all of your blocks that you would normally have with your prior belief systems and your prior programs from your childhood, being raised in the world the way that it is. But you're unlocking that now. You're unlocking yourself to be able to believe anything right now by creating a feeling state as if it's already done. Okay, so this is a technique by Neville Goddard, but I facilitated it myself, changed it around a little bit. So I call it the brand new technique or flow state. This technique is designed to release your ego. It is vitally important that you release your ego in order to connect with God or your true self, your highest self. That's when you have the power of your highest self or God. And any answer you need will be there. This is flow state. All right, now this is the final step, okay? So after you've gotten into flow state, or you've disconnected yourself from the three-dimensional world, erased all your programs and beliefs from the past, now anything is possible now. Anything is possible to you right now once you achieve this in flow state. After you have become completely absorbed in the feeling of being brand new and have released the ego, I want you to imagine in first person thinking from it, not of it, of the thing you desire to be completed. Now place yourself in this scene in the future as if it were now. So basically, you're essentially doing the same thing as visualization. Okay, you're visualizing something like if you were going into SATs, or you were visualizing something before you're going to sleep, but you're doing this during the day in a completely conscious state, okay? But you're going into this brand new feeling where all of your beliefs are erased, everything is erased before you, and now you've created this feeling state, okay? So it could be winning the lottery. It could be winning $3 million, getting a new relationship, or simply finding your car keys that you lost 6 hours before this, okay? The answers come to you in this state. I've experienced this. It's worked for me multiple and many, many, many times. So essentially, the most important part about this is the first step. It's getting into that feeling of being brand new, releasing your ego, and just erasing all the beliefs and programs you have from the past, because you were just thrown into this world. You were just born. And you just feel that state. You get yourself so submerged and absorbed into this feeling that you're just born. You don't have any parents. You don't have any past. You don't have this. You don't have a job. All of these things. You don't have any bills. None of this. Nothing bad has ever happened to you in your whole life. You don't even know what bad is. You don't even know what good is. You don't even know what right is and wrong. None of these things even exist to you. In this state, all of your beliefs are erased. All your programs are erased. And now you're ready to set the stage with a feeling state. So you can use even affirmations or just asking yourself questions to create a feeling state. Or you can go into visualization the way that I used it in here is think, but you got to think from it, okay? Not think of it. And if you're not familiar with thinking from and of something, it's almost like the example could be watching a movie. If you go into a movie theater and you're watching the projection, there's a projector behind you projecting onto the screen in front of you, and then you're watching the movie and you see yourself in the movie and you're playing your part in the movie. That is thinking of it, okay? You're thinking of it. You're watching yourself on a movie screen, okay? Thinking from it, which is the way that you need to do it, is when you're actually playing your part presently in the movie. You're not watching yourself in a movie, but you're actually in the movie right now, and you're actually playing all your parts within the movie. You're not watching yourself, but you're playing your part as an actor within the movie. And that's the difference from thinking from it and thinking of it. So you want to be the actor. You want to be acting in the movie presently, not just watching yourself on a movie screen. So that's how you create the feeling state as if it's happening to you right now. And when you get into this flow state, and then you have this feeling as if something's already happening, that's when you come out of the flow state and you'll know exactly what to do. You'll act automatically. You have impressed the subconscious mind and connected with a direct line to the universe and to the subconscious mind. And now you're going to be directed to the thing that you want. This is what I used to use it for, like with slot machines and sports betting and things like that. I used to use this for, and it works so effectively. But essentially, that's what I use it for. And if I'm trying to create other things, I'll just go into SATs before sleep and just change my identity, shift my identity, before I go to sleep at night, and also be conscious of the things I'm reacting to throughout the day, changing my observations of things, and that everything that happens to me is beneficial or leading me to my wish fulfilled. But if I'm trying to create something instantly, I will use this flow state technique. Like, for example, if I had 5 boxes in front of me, 4 of the boxes contained absolutely nothing, but one of the boxes contained $100 million, I would go into flow state. Before I made my choice, I would use the technique on flow state, and when I came out of this flow state, I will pick the right box. I will be led to the right decision. I will make the right decision based on this flow state, and that's what this is for. All right, that's the end of this video, but I'm gonna put a card up to my sleep meditation where it's a guided visualization to flow state. I'm actually going to walk you through step by step in this guided visualization to flow state. So I'm gonna put that card on the screen, click on that, check that out. If you're having any issues with this, you wanna learn a little bit more, you wanna learn how to do it or fall asleep while doing flow state and learning a little bit more about that, click on that card. That'll teach you everything that you need to know. I also have a course on flow state with one-on-one coaching from me, DM coaching from me while you're taking the course. That way I can help you with any steps or any confusion that you have. We'll actually be in direct contact with each other, and I'll teach you how to do this properly. You'll find that in the link in the description in the Law of Assumption community, which is Neville book on the Mighty Network. So you can find that in the link. I'll also pin that in the comments as well. All right, guys and girls, that is the end of this video. I love you with all my heart, and I will see you in the next video.
I go into these states.